Hi everyone, it's Jenny here from Chi Lifestyle. Okay, so the beginning of the week, I am starting off the week with a yes or no love reading. Okay, and by the end of the week, my next reading is going to be then the general one. Okay, I thought I'd start off at the beginning of the week with the love reading because I think we've all just come out of a Valentine's Day weekend, if you kind of want to say, and there might be a lot of questions people have around love at this moment. So I thought, let's get your questions out the way. I think generally if you are in a very loving, happy relationship, then you probably won't be here. But if you've got some kind of questions or something inside of you says, I'm not really too sure about this person, I'm not really too sure about this relationship, then you obviously want to know yes or no about the relationship. Okay, so I hope I will obviously give you the answers. Obviously, again, I'm going to go through the messages before I go through the actual answer, because I just feel that sometimes we need to understand the situation before we just go ahead. Okay. Please don't shoot the messenger if you don't get the answer you're wanting. Please remember that God's brought you to this message for a very good reason. Okay, so if there's something you're needing to know, even if it's not the answer you want, please understand that it's really and truly for your highest good. I mean, rather know the truth than investing yourself in a situation that's ultimately going to bring you a lot of pain. When we first meet someone, it's always, we always have a lot of questions. And, I often just say to people, just look at the red flags. I mean, there's so many narcissists out there that, they always come across as, wow, they are the guys that are really, or the women that are too good to be true. They're good looking, they charming, they sweet, they tell you everything you want to hear, only to find out a little bit later that they're either cheating on you or actually married, or they're just really and truly using you for a fun time. So really do your homework. There's so many red flags that are out there that we just choose not to see. Okay, so this is really about going, what is the real truth in this relationship? What is, yes or no? Who are they? What are they really about? Is it me? Because sometimes, we don't like to hear that, but sometimes we are the ones who, how can I put it, self-sabotage a relationship. So this is very good reading to do, just to check in on to whether this is a good relationship, not a good relationship, is it going anywhere, or just what is going on right now. Again, please don't shoot the messenger. I'm only giving out the messages that come from Spirit, and it's what you need to hear. Okay. So once again, like I say, let's go and find out yes or no love questions. So pile number 1 is the one that says blue. This is about communication, and it's about the inner truth. Pile number 2 is amethyst, and this is behavior patterns and psychic abilities. Okay. Pile number 3, I've got haythorn, and this is all about balance and elemental, the elemental kingdom. And pile number 4 is about grounding, void, and shielding. Okay, so I know you can't really see that, and obviously I'll try and get it all in. So yeah, either look at the pile, maybe there's a color you like, maybe the wordings, something in there. So just think very carefully about your pile, and we're going to start with our pile number 1. Also, just a quick thing, if you comment down below, there's a lot of things called energy exchange, where if when you're receiving readings, it's very good for you to actually either like or subscribe or comment. It also helps with the energy of the reading, so that it gets to more people. Believe it or not, the more people that comment, the more the video gets shared, and therefore this reading can get to more and more people out there that are really, really needing to know a lot of truth. So just keep that in mind. Anyway, thank you. Let's get on to pile number 1. Right, okay, so for pile number 1, you've chosen blue, which says communication and inner truth. So before we even get into the reading, the angels are asking you to look into the inner truth here. Okay, so either there's something that needs to be communicated to you, or maybe this is the message that needs to be communicated to you. But either which way, this part, you're going to get some real truth here. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Okay, so before we even get into your yes or no answers, here are your cards. Okay, I'm going to bring them all across a little bit so we can see all the cards. Okay. Right, firstly, the first card you got is the High Priestess in reverse. You've then got the Knight of Swords. You've then got the Empress card in reverse. The Seven of Swords, and then you've got the Six of Swords. Okay, so the High Priestess in reverse tells me straight away that something's been hidden from you. Okay, you've got very much and whether it's maybe you hiding something from yourself. So the High Priestess is all about your intuition. So it's about, once again, the inner truth about the situation. So they're asking you to really look very deeply into the situation. Okay. Because you've got also the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is very much someone who's coming across as your knight in shining armor. Okay, there's someone who is, they're very sweet, they're very loving, very kind, they're telling you everything you've always wanted to hear. So if it's a man, it's, oh my God, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen, and oh my God, you've got the most beautiful body, and oh my God, you're just lovely, blah 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 blah. And they're warning you to look at the inner truth. Okay. Once again, if you didn't hear my intro, there are a lot of red flags when you first meet someone. Whether you meet them through a friend or whether you meet them online, always just look at the situation. Here are some red flags. Okay, and this is not to every single situation, so please just take what resonates. If you are with a man or a woman and they are in their mid-years, so I'd say from about 38 upwards, and they've never been married, red flag. Okay, then there's unless there's some really fantastic answer, and don't just take what they give you, do some research. Okay, once again, this is not with everyone, so please don't attack me if you do know someone, and once again, every situation is different, but once again, use your intuition. They either have got commitment issues, they've got fears that it might simply be because they just haven't met the right people and they've self-sabotaged. But look at their past relationships. How do they talk about their exes? Are all their exes liars and cheaters and stealers and they're all crazy? The exes are all crazy. They're crazy. They fucked up. Not them, the exes fucked up. Then warning, red flag, something's not right there. Okay. If they are someone who they only got certain time for you, they're wishy-washy about whether they want to commit, they're not really putting you out there, they're trying to hide you, red flag. Okay, that generally tells you that either they are not that into you or there's someone else. They could have mommy issues, they could have daddy issues, they could just have a lot of issues. So again, if you've just met someone, your angels are asking you to please look a little bit deeper into this person. Okay, ask around. Don't generally ask their friends and family, because obviously friends and family are never going to tell you the truth. They're always going to tell you, oh my God, this person's fantastic, and maybe they are. I've always said someone can be a really great person, doesn't mean that they're a great boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay, so just please watch the red flags. Okay. The Empress in reverse is, right now they're asking you, maybe you just need to do a little bit of self-care and a bit of self-love. And I think it's also about checking in with yourself. You might be giving yourself away too much with this person because you think that they're so wonderful, and you're giving them all your love. You just want to rush in as they've rushed in, and you just want to, everything seems really romantic at the moment, and they're just asking you to just look after yourself right now, please. Spend a little time with yourself, or maybe with your own friends. Get some advice from some of your friends around you as well. Just once again, I just feel like the Empress is a card of fertility and motherhood and everything. This is in reverse, so you just needing to maybe just watch your body language, maybe even listen to the inside of your heart. How does this relationship really make you feel? Maybe you trying to control the situation a bit too much. I don't know, you just need to maybe step back a little bit. I think that's basically what they're saying, is maybe just step back a little bit. Try not to be too nurturing. Try not to be this everything for this person, until you know what is going on. Because you've also got here the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords is a card of deception. So someone is deceiving you. Maybe you're deceiving yourself. I mean, maybe deep down inside. Maybe you actually know that this is not the right person, or that this person is lying to you, and you just don't want to see it. Okay, but there's a form of deception around you. Things are not what they seem at the moment. Just be a little bit more careful. Okay, and the Six of Swords is all about moving away. So let me just bring that card in, because you can't really see it, so I'm going to bring it up. Okay. This is a card of a woman that, as you can see, she's very sad. She's got her head held high. She's got her kids, and there's someone who's helping her. So here's the choppy waters. There's the new horizon, and there's the clear waters. And she's moving away from that. She's very sad. She's worried about what she's lost, but she's moving away. So whatever the situation is, I feel that you will move away to happier times, maybe with this person, because maybe, like I say, maybe you're the deceptive person. Maybe you're trying to, and I don't mean this in an ugly way, but maybe you're the one who's trying to control him or trying to control her, and therefore, so you are the deceiving person, and then maybe you will move into, when you recognize your fault, you will move into better times, or you will move on from this person. Okay, right, so let's get into your yes or no cards. Okay, so yeah, this is once again that's the bringing in the new. I'm just going to put these on top. Right, okay, so I think this is going to be a no. Okay, there's a lot more no cards here than there are yes, and also, if you understand my piles, you'll understand that this pile hasn't completed, therefore it's a no. Because the end card is they're splitting up, changing direction, and leaving. And I mean, that's exactly the same as the Six of Swords. I mean, you've got deception card twice. Look, they're bullying, deception, walking away, again, walking away. You're needing a little bit more rest, I think, at the moment. There's fights, there's breakups. It's saying to defend your view and defend what's going on. I think this person that you're dealing with is juggling. They're not... in this love situation, they're juggling you and someone else. They're just not giving you their full attention. They're giving someone else attention too. Once again, this isn't for everyone, so please, once again, take what resonates. You will know in your heart of hearts what the truth is with him or her. But I'm going to have to say this one's a no. So I don't know what if your question is, should I leave, then I would say maybe it could be a no, but then you would have to have a look, are you the deceiving person, and why it's a no. And if you if you're asking if they are true to you and honest to you, then the answer is no. Okay, if you're asking if this is the one for you, the answer is no, because there's someone else out there. You need to leave the situation. Once again, only you will know deep down inside if this person is really true or not. And again, if you're battling to get into your intuition, I mean, with the High Priestess and with this, because they seem so wonderful, so you really don't want to see the relationship end, because they just seem like the dreamy person. Do your research, okay? Please, ask others that are around. I know no one wants to do this. Maybe ask some exes. What actually happened here. If you know of other people that have dated this person in your community, ask them. But just do a little bit more research is what I'm asking you to do. Okay. Well, I hope this answered your question. I hope it wasn't too depressing, and I hope you got the answers that you are needing for this pile. Okay, so please comment down below if it is resonating, and I will go on to pile number 2. Okay, welcome to those of you who have chosen pile number 2. Okay, so the card you've got says got psychic abilities and behavior patterns. So before we even get into your readings, maybe there's some kind of patterns that you've been going through, and so with these patterns, these are something you need to look at. So just, have a little bit of a thought about that message there, okay, how it will resonate. Okay, so before I get into your yes or no, I'm going to get into your actual messages on the situation. Okay, so for those of you who have chosen this pile, you are someone who has been wishing really, really hard for your twin flame, okay? Because you got the soulmate card here, you got, wishing, pouring out your emotions, really, you're seriously waiting for the right person to come along. You've done a lot of work on manifesting someone, and you might have just met someone and you're not really too sure whether they are the ones for you or not, okay? And I see that you've got someone who's the Knight of Wands, so it could be someone with we've got fire signs, so someone who has fire in their chart. You've also got that's that lion head, which is also very much a Leo energy. So you probably have someone that's come in with a bit of fire in their chart, and a bit of a Leo energy. There might be a little bit of scatterbrain, and there's just going to be some moments here that just really rock your world, shake you to your core. Some will be good, and others not so good. There's a possibility of partnership here. I think you are worried that you're not going to get what you deserve, though. Maybe from the past you've just been in situations where you've just been hurt, and you're not getting, or you fear that you're not going to get what you want, and so you might still just be waiting. You can't decide whether you want to give this person your heart or whether you don't, okay? There might possibly be, because I also see this, the 2 wands and another wand there might be someone else that you're thinking about still. You might possibly be thinking about your ex. And that's what's coming between you. You're too busy looking. I think you're too busy looking into the past, and so you can't see the future with this person yet. Because once again, is there someone in the past? Are they better for me? You're looking back. You're not looking towards this relationship at all. You've actually turned your back maybe a little bit on them. Okay, let's get into your yes or no and see. Okay, so new love. So once again, this is definitely about new emotion, new love. So see there, waiting for a signal to move, delays. You see, that's you delaying this. Okay, you are definitely delaying this. You're trying to end an emotional cycle. So once again, you know, you've gone through a breakup and you're trying to get rid of this past situation. There again, emotionally ignoring the positives. So there's positives in this relationship, but you just refuse to see it. And then you've got it's because you're sad, you're still grieving. This is a maybe. It's not a no, and it's not a complete yes. So the answer to your question is simply maybe. Until you can look forward, then the answer is going to be a no, because you are still grieving. You're still slightly depressed. You're ignoring the positives with this person. You know, they're trying to come in with a wish fulfillment here. They're trying to offer you a partnership, and maybe you the scatterbrain. Maybe you just too scattered. You want love. I mean, this is, as you can see, all the hearts. This is really, really a card of, you know, having your wishes come true. But you're still busy with the past, and until you can clear that past, there's no way forward for you with this pile, unfortunately. Look, this might be you. This might even be your partner. I mean, if this is not you, then maybe it's them. Maybe, you know, they wanting a wish fulfillment. Maybe they wanting their soulmate, but they don't feel like they can give it to you right now. So I feel like this is, you know, it's waiting for signal to move. It's someone in this situation is just halted. I almost feel like it, you know, with that Knight of Wands, it's like it's a horse that wants to gallop, but he's pulling the reins back. I don't know if you can see that. Look his foot's out. He's actually pulling the reins back. So in many situations, that horse is about to gallop, but he's halted. He's pulled it back. So that's someone here, whether it's you or whether it's them. So I don't know what answer to give you really, except for this is just a maybe. You're going to have to wait it out, unfortunately. Whether I mean, if it's you, you're going to have to make a decision very soon about whether you want to go forward with this relationship or not, because it's not really fair on the person. And if you're on the other end of the stick and you don't know, well, you're also going to have to maybe just wait it out. I don't know if you're willing to wait. I mean, really and truly, because the Justice card in reverse is, you know, if you're on the other end and you're asking whether this partner wants to go forward with you, the Justice card in reverse might mean not getting what you want. Once again, you know what? Take what resonates. You will know deep down inside whether it's you that's halting it because you're just scared, or whether it's them that's halting it because they are too busy looking back at someone else, and they're not giving you, you know, your just dues, if you kind of understand. Okay, so yeah, I don't know if that's actually the kind of answer you're wanting, but yeah, this is, once again, it's a maybe. Okay, don't forget to comment down below and let me know how this resonates. Hi, and welcome to those who chose pile number 3. Okay, so before we even get into your answer here, Haythorn, it's all about, okay, it's about the elemental kingdom, but it's also about balance. Okay, so this, you know, whatever advice we get here, there's a need for balance. Okay, let's just see whatever we get into. Okay, so I'll hold back on the yes or no's, and we're just going to get into the actual cards. Okay. Okay, so that's really funny. Okay, so you got the moon. Oh gosh, I didn't realize it. I'm not seeing all the cards here. Sorry. I'll try that now. Okay, so you got the moon card in reverse. You've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse, you've got the Emperor upright, you've got the Two of Swords in reverse, and you have got the Six of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so the Moon card in reverse is really and truly saying straight away that you are not seeing everything as you're supposed to be seeing right now. Something's been hidden from you, or you are hiding something, but something's not coming to light in the situation at the moment in order to give you the answers that you need. They might be asking you just to wait it out a little bit and just to think about the situation a little bit more, okay? Because you've got indecisiveness here. So, I mean, your Two of Wands is you can't decide on the situation of this relationship, I think. You obviously don't feel like you know everything yet in order to make this, this decision. There's a lot of self-doubt here. There could be someone from the past that's coming back into your life, okay? And that might be confusing you because you're not really too sure, if they're coming back in, who are they, what are they all about, what do they want from you. There's a little bit of confusion here. The person I think you're thinking about is the Emperor. Okay, so this is someone who, once again, you're either currently with or might be someone who's maybe wanting to come back from the past. And the Emperor, I mean, he's someone who is quite stable. I see someone who's a little bit, they're quite secure in their lives. They like to be on top of things. They want to make sure everything's in control. This is someone who's very hardworking, very disciplined, self-controlled. And they like to set up their own rules and boundaries. So, yeah, I think that's your person, be it male or female. That's the energies of the person. It's very much related to a fire element. So that's your Emperor. Then you've got the Two of Swords in reverse. So with the Two of Swords in reverse, I think once again there's just indecision. Okay, so you've really postponed things with this relationship, or they've postponed things. There's just a lot of delays. You're seriously stressed and overwhelmed about the situation. There's a lot of anxiety, just a lot of emotional and mental turmoil here. Okay, you just can't make a decision with this person. Okay, and I think things have just been out of balance. And remember, I mean, it's quite funny because the first card we had was the balance card. Okay, so I think someone's trying to I don't know, I think you feel that this person, this Emperor for example, is just not balanced enough. I think that's why there's just too many imbalances. Okay, there's not enough. It's very one-sided. Maybe you feel it's very one-sided. You don't feel like this person is going to be able to give you what you want, and maybe that's why you're so confused. Look, let's get into the yes or no's, because this one's it's confusing. Okay, so flash of insight here, guys. So I think you're going to have a realization. So you've got here refusing to see the truth, and you've withdrawn. So I think that's the situation you're dealing with at the moment. Okay, you've done a lot of hard work, you've thought a lot, you've taken a lot of time out to recuperate, because possibly, like I say, you could have someone from the past. This could definitely be an ex-lover coming back. you might just be needing a bit of help. You might need to go sit down with your friends and family, and once again, here's your 6 of coins again. How funny is that? So it's because the situation has just been unbalanced, and you're deciding if you want to go into a new direction. You're trying to get organized. You want to you want independence, you want to have material and spiritual independence, and you want to have your happy family. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to adjust the cards. Okay, so this isn't a yes, because it's not a complete pile, but it's moving towards a yes. There's a lot more cards here. I just feel that it's ended on the family, the happy family and the happy fulfillment. So maybe you need to think about, okay, so if you've got a decision about this person, you need to say to yourself, do I see this person as someone I can spend the rest of my life with? Because if you do, then the answer is yes. Okay, only you can make this one. This one, the angels are not going to give you your absolute yes or no. So the angels are saying it's possible. It's not a no. It's definitely not a no. It's possible, but either you or your partner needs to work on the balance. Whatever the balance is, maybe it's time that you and him sit down and just really, really communicate, because I feel like it's either that or you need to withdraw. You need to seriously spend some time alone. Maybe you need to go on a bit of a retreat and write down, in a column, yes column, should I stay, and in the no column, should I leave? Because yes, I think that you could possibly have a happy family with this person, but there's a lot of issues that need to be worked out first. Because I literally have 4 black cards and 5 red cards, so it's leaning more to a yes than it is a no. Okay, so who said love was easy, hey? Please comment down below if you understand this, and I hope I've helped you somewhere along the line. Let's get on to pile number 4. Okay, so welcome to those of you who chose pile number 4. Okay, so you've chosen the void. Try that again. You've chosen the card Obsidian. Okay, and the wording you've got here is grounding, shielding, or void. So before we get into your reading, these are the words you need to think about, whether your love story at the moment. Shielding and void might be you avoiding what needs to be done. You shielding, you've got your shields up and you are not grounded enough. Okay, so let's get into the reading. Okay, yes or no, we'll put aside. Let's get the messages first. Okay, I'm battling to get all these cards in today. Alright, so those of you who have chosen this pile, you are seriously just come out of a heartbreaking situation. Okay, you've had your heart broken terribly, you've suffered a loss, and it's caused you so much unhappiness and so much anxiety. I really don't know whether your card is, are you ready for love yet, or if you, or no. The Fool here is you want to start over, you want to start anew, you want to take a risk on a new relationship. That's really and truly what you want. But you're still dealing with too much anxiety. You are all in your head. You really are in a bad place. Your hands, you feel like you're tired, you feel like you're restricted, you feel like you just cannot get your way out of this. This makes so much more sense now. Look at that, grounding. You are so ungrounded, you are shielded, you've got all those swords protecting you. Look at all the swords. You tied up, blind, tied, and protected by the swords. There, you are shielded, and you are avoiding dealing with this past. So you want a new love and you want to take risks, but you're not finished. I mean, the Ace of Cups in reverse, this is your cup is upside down. You're not filling your cup up, you're pouring it down. You're sad, you're still crying. That is someone who's just, the tears are pouring. It's tears of sadness, not tears of joy. Okay? Okay. The answer is no. It's a definite no, but I can understand why. You want a new beginning, but you have not dealt with the past. You have not dealt with your past lover or the hurt that they've caused you. You feel like you're bound by them. You feel like they've just stolen all your happiness. And maybe you haven't even cried over it yet. Maybe this is just a card of telling you just to cry it out. Cry it out, let it go. You are so emotional, you are so stressed. So unfortunately, the angels are saying, I know you want to take a risk, and I know you want to move into a new love, and you want passion, and you want, but unfortunately, they might ask you to please go and maybe even see a counselor, get yourself a life coach. I can even help you out. I've got, you can look down below. I help out people, with life coaching, and just to help you get out of the situation that's really and truly just bringing you down. And you can't, you can't fill up your cup if if you're too busy looking at the past. It's just, it's not fair for the new person for you to go into a new relationship when you're so hurt, because then you're only going to be using them for your to make you happy, if that makes any sense. But you were sad, and I think just really, really, really depressed. Please go and get yourself some help. Please work through the situation. Help someone to unbound you. Don't feel bound to the past. Don't feel bound. This is fairly positive. I mean, you want this is fairly positive in the sense that you want to be happy. You want this new beginning. So it's not like you are self-sabotaging yourself. You really want to, but you don't know how. I think you just don't know how. You don't know how to move forward, because you still feel bound by your ex. Or something, it doesn't have to be an ex that's hurt you really badly, but something in your past is just stopping you dead right in your tracks. So you're not able to bring in the new love that you're wanting, if that's where your question is going. Okay, so I'm really sorry. I hope that's, I just, once again, this is what the angels want you to know. So please, let me know if it resonates with you. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll chat to you soon.